Hello! So it's been a really long time since I've made a video. I uploaded one last week, but that was actually a video that I shot on April 6th, and it is now April 22nd, so it's been like 2 weeks since I've really made one. But I've been filming a lot of just short clips and stuff. I just haven't had time to edit them together, and today I finally do have time to edit them together. So I'm going to be putting some videos up this weekend. It's Saturday afternoon right now. I just got back from an archaeological dig, which I took quite a lot of videos at. Very cool. Jomon era Japan. So like 6 to 3000 BC archaeological site that they discovered when they were going to be building a new baseball stadium back in the 90s, and they have now like reconstructed all of where the buildings and stuff were, and it was really cool. But anyway, that is for a future video. This video that I'm going to be putting together now is going to be a compilation of some of the stuff that I've been doing at a Juku, which is a private English school here in Hirosaki. And you might remember Maki-san from the video where we went to go get pizza and then went shopping at a department store. He is actually the owner of one of these private English schools in town, and I have been volunteering, wink wink, there. I say wink wink because I have to get my work permit tomorrow. I have been volunteering there for the past couple weeks and having a lot of fun with his students. So this, what you're about to see, is footage that has been shot over the last few weeks of me doing that, and I will kind of cut in and explain what's happening in places where that's necessary. So here we go.
So Chu and I, and Chu-san,
Chu.
just got some bikes. This is Chu's old bike I'm going to be borrowing for the day. We are going to go meet Maki-san. This is Maki-san, or Samura Sensei, as he is known, at his English school, and we are going to speak with some of his students. I couldn't really get a read on whether they are like small elementary school students or if they are our age. So that will be interesting to see.
So most of what I've been doing as far as video goes at the Juku is actually recording videos of just myself reading some of the English vocabulary or phrases that the students need to learn, so they can then go back to those videos, and some of you may have noticed that I've been uploading them to YouTube, and so students can watch them and listen to me say things over and over again, which is basically what I do during class anyway. So that's really the only footage that I have from actually inside the Juku. I don't have any footage of the students, but just for your general reference, I am teaching kids from ages like 11 and then a couple that are all the way to graduating, having just graduated high school. And their levels of English vary from very, very beginner. So I'm just kind of read words like red, apple, blue, and like they repeat without really knowing what they're saying.
Have, walk, like, run.
To grading like full essays that are written in English. So it's been a lot of fun. It's been a really, really cool experience. I go for about 3 to 4 hours a night. And as you will soon see in this very video, it is definitely navigating to and from the Juku has definitely helped my sense of knowing where things are in Hirosaki. Okay, so I'm on my way home from Samura Sensei's house, which is down by Hirosaki Castle in like the old part of town. I don't actually know the way home, so I have gone uphill until I figured I would go uphill until I either reached Hirosaki University, because I know it's relatively uphill from where I was, or found a good vantage point where I could try to get my bearings. I am now at that vantage point
I really should say a vantage point because I wasn't headed for this spot, but it's working out. So out there is the Smile Hotel sign. So that is downtown. And then over here is that tall temple. I don't know what it's called, but it's another one of my tall landmarks, which means I think that Hirosaki University is like that way. So I found this river with train tracks along it, and I'm hoping that this is the same river that is near the train tracks close to where I live. So I'm going to follow this until I can determine whether that is the case. It's the barber relationship. Very glad to see that. That means I'm going the right way. Sign says Hirosaki University up and to the left, which means it's probably more or less right where I thought it was based on my 2 tower location earlier. Found it. I will never again claim to have no sense of direction because I pretty much called exactly where it was going to be. It took me 57 minutes to get here. It took me 40 minutes to walk down there with someone who knew where they were going, so I lost about 15 minutes to being confused, but for the most part, I actually knew right where to go. So I got off work about 40 minutes ago. Somehow, the 30-minute bike ride to my apartment is currently going on 45 minutes, and I have no idea where I am. I have long since passed all of my landmarks. Not all of them. I've long since passed most of my landmarks without coming to the ones that signal that I'm actually getting close to home. So I don't know where I am. I thought that I was taking the way that I went to work, because I didn't remember going up this one really tall hill. But I guess maybe I did go up that hill, and I might have to go all the way back to that spot and take the other way on that turn, because that was about 20 minutes ago and I'm not seeing anything I recognize. So, and it's pretty late. It's about 9 o'clock at night. So, yeah, not a great time to be completely lost. And all of the roadside maps don't even show Hirosaki University in the nearby area. You can see here the map, roadside map. Covers a pretty wide area. You are here, it says. The Choshoji Temple, which I think is my tall temple that I use as a landmark, is all the way over there, and that is supposed to be on my way home. So I am really far away from that. Maybe this is Hirosaki University. So there is a rail station, and then the bridge, and then that light. So it's another half hour later. I rode in the direction I'd been riding for a while until I ended up in what, in the dark, I couldn't tell, but I think was farmland, and I could see the city way far away from me across a giant field. So I turned around, headed back the way I came until I got to the last landmark that I had recognized, and took the small side street that I thought there's no way that I took that small side street on the way there. So I don't remember coming up that huge hill, but guess what? I did take that small side street, and I guess I've gotten more used. Sorry about that, I had to delete some older videos to make room on my phone. But anyway, yeah, looks like my legs have gotten more used to hills than I realized, because I did go up that big hill on the way there. Hope you can hear me. The cars are kind of loud. Anyway, I finally made it back to the Barber Relationship, which is my favorite sign and little shop in this whole town, because it always signals that I know where I am and that I'm on my way home. And as my hair continues to get a little longer, I'm definitely going to get my hair cut there, because I'm so happy every time I see it.
So, all told, I left work that night at about 8 o'clock, and I didn't get home until close to 10, on what should have been about a half-hour trip. It actually now takes me about 20 minutes, or even less, to make that trip. But at the time, when I knew where I was going, it would take me about 30 minutes. And now, after that night, I've never gotten lost again, because now I know where to go. The effort of retracing my steps so many times, I developed a lot of new landmarks and have really figured out the pathway now. And I know that I didn't actually take that side street with the really big hill. I knew I didn't take that street. I took a different, flatter street, but I ended up in the same place. So yeah, thankfully I now know my way well enough that, fingers crossed, I shouldn't get that lost again.